your day, at least that's what the neighbors said. But when the morning filled with rain, a little amber sign turned red. I found the key inside my pocket, though I couldn't say from where. 12 clean cups were on the counter, and cinnamon was in the air. I opened every curtain and watched the silver weather fall. Some places wait for people, some places wait for rain. The cafe only opens in the rain. When forgotten streets remember every name. Come inside and leave your silence by the door. There's a table waiting like it did before. Disappear. What you thought was gone may still be waiting here. The first man came without an umbrella and ordered coffee made for two. He placed one cup across the table as if someone might come through. Then a held a photograph beneath the light. She said she'd almost lost the feeling of being someone's home at night. No one asked me for an answer, no one needed me to explain. They only held their warmer cups and listened to the rain. The cafe only opens in the forgotten streets remember every name. Come inside and leave your silence by the door. There's a table waiting like it did before. The cafe only opens in the rain for the hearts that couldn't find their way again. Stay until the clouds begin to disappear. What you thought was gone may still be waiting here. Near the bottom of the order book, I found a name I used to know. Beside it in familiar handwriting where the words don't close too soon. I touched the letters with my fingers while the doorway filled with evening blue. The bell above it moved a little, but no one had come walking through. The rain was growing softer, but my hand still held the page. I'd waited longer than I knew for someone time couldn't erase. The cafe only opens in the rain. When forgotten streets remember every name. Come inside and leave your silence by the door. I'll keep one final table as before. The cafe only opens in the rain for the hearts that couldn't find their way You chose the table by the window before I brought the morning menu. Rain moved slowly down the glass, and silver light fell over you. You placed your coat across the chair and ordered coffee made for two. Then watched the empty seat across from you, as if it still belonged to someone. I didn't ask who you were waiting for. You didn't tell me why. Some questions sound too loud in a room this quiet. At the table by the window, you were never quite alone. Every drop upon the glass drew the outline of someone gone. At the table by the window, you kept one empty chair in view. Maybe love is simply leaving a little room for someone you once knew. You turn the handle of the second cup whenever footsteps cross the floor. Each time the little bell above the entrance rang, your eyes moved toward the door. But strangers shook the rain from their umbrellas, found their seats and looked away. You smiled as though you hadn't hoped that someone else had come to stay. The untouched coffee slowly cooled, the rain kept drawing lines. You held the silence carefully, as if it might keep someone alive. At the table by the window, you were never quite alone. Every drop upon the glass drew the outline of someone gone. At the table by the window, you kept one empty chair in view. Maybe love is simply leaving a little room for someone you once knew. Near noon, the clouds began to brighten, and you reached slowly for your coat. You left enough beside the saucer for 2 coffees and a folded note. It only said, "I came again." No name, no date, no reason why. Then you walked into the thinning rain and disappeared beyond the glass. I cleared away the colder cup, but left the chair where it had been. Some stories don't need endings, they only need a place to return. At the table by the window, you were never quite alone. Every drop upon the glass held the shape of someone gone. At the table by the window, I kept the empty chair in view. Maybe love is simply leaving a little room for someone to come through. Table by the window, table by the window, I left the chair there, I left the chair there. A little room for you, a little room for you. The coffee may grow cold, the memory You came back just after 11 and chose the same place by the glass. Before I asked what you were having, you said 2 coffees as in the past. I set 1 cup beside your right hand and 1 across the table from you. You smiled and thanked me very softly, as though the second one might hear you. You watched the steam rise between the chairs, like something trying to appear. 1 cup grew lighter in your hands, the other waited there. Coffee for 2, table for 1. 1 cup is empty, 1 stays untouched. You kept a place where love had been, as if the door might open again. Coffee for 2, table for 1. You waited long after the morning was gone. Some hearts move on, but leave behind 1 chair, 1 cup, 1 place in time. You said you'd met her near the station on the first warm morning of the year. She laughed because you spilled your coffee, then stayed until the sky was clear. Years later, when you had to leave her, you wrote, "Meet me here when I return." But every letter crossed another, and neither knew what page to turn. You never knew if she had waited, she never knew you came back through. So every time the rain returned, you ordered 1 for her and 1 for you. Coffee for 2, table for 1. 1 cup is empty, 1 stays untouched. You kept a place where love had been, as if the door might open again. Coffee for 2, table for 1. You waited long after the morning was gone. Some hearts move on, but leave behind 1 chair, 1 cup, 1 place in time. I asked how long you'd kept returning. You looked outside and softly laughed, long enough to know she may not come, but not enough to stop looking back. Then from your coat you took a photograph, its corners pale from being held. 2 younger faces shared this table before goodbye had learned its name. The rain was almost finished when you pushed the second cup toward me. "Don't let it go to waste," you said. "Some things were meant to be shared." Coffee for 2, table for 1. 1 cup was empty, 1 stayed untouched. You kept a place where love had been, and me sit where she once sat. Coffee for two, table for one. The waiting ended before the rain was gone. Some hearts move on by sharing what they carried alone for far too long. Coffee for two, table for one. One chair was waiting, one heart held on. Coffee for two, you weren't alone. The cup grew cold, the memory stayed warm. Coffee for two, you weren't alone. Some things were meant to be shared. He came in slowly near the afternoon, with rain still shining on his coat. He placed his gloves beside the sugar and held a faded photograph. He said, I knew her very well once, but now her name won't come to me. Then traced the outline of her smiling face, as if his hands could help him see. He couldn't find the word he needed, but every smaller thing remained. The way she folded both her gloves, the tea she chose on winter days. He forgot her name, but not her laughter, when the rain ran softly down her face. He forgot the word he used to call her, but he remembered how she changed a place. He forgot her name, but not the feeling of her hand held lightly in his own. Some names fade into the distance, but the heart still knows the way back home. He remembered she disliked carnations and always chose the window seat. She stirred her tea exactly 3 times, then left the spoon beside the cream. She wore a yellow scarf in autumn and hummed whenever trains went by. She laughed when sudden rain surprised her and never hurried to stay dry. The years had taken dates and addresses. The street where they had lived was gone, but when he spoke about her smallest habits, his tired eyes grew warm. He forgot her name, but not her laughter, when the rain ran softly down her face. He forgot the word he used to call her, but he remembered how she changed a place. He forgot her name, but not the feeling of her hand held lightly in his own. Some names fade said she favored, and placed it gently by his hand. The scent rose softly from the cup, and something in his face grew still. He closed his eyes and said one syllable, then smiled before it disappeared. I almost had it, he said quietly, but somehow she was already here. A name may be a door we lose, a sound the years can take away, but love can live in how we notice what no one else would think to say. He forgot her name, but not her laughter, when the rain ran softly down her face. He forgot the word he used to call her, but love still filled the empty space. He forgot her name, but not the feeling of her hand held lightly in his own. Some names fade into the distance, but the heart still knows the way back home. He remembered her laughter, he remembered the rain, he remembered her hands, he remembered everything but her name. Everything but her name. The heart still knows. The heart still knows. He remembered her laughter. The heart still knows. Love remembered what the years forgot. Behind the coats beside the doorway, a clear umbrella caught the light. Its wooden handle, worn and faded, still felt familiar in my hand. You left it here one rainy evening when you stayed late to help me close. You said I'll come back when the weather finds this little street again. Every season I kept thinking the next rain might bring you through, so I never moved the umbrella from the place you left it years ago. Your umbrella is still here by the doorway where you left it. Every time the rain appears, some small part of me expects you. Your umbrella is still here, holding all the words we never said. Maybe I kept waiting for the rain waiting for the rain, because I couldn't let the hope get wet. This afternoon, a young girl entered with rain across her sleeves and hair. She saw the umbrella by the doorway and asked if anyone still cared. I almost said that it was taken, that someone would return before long. Instead, I placed it in her hands and watched her carry it into the storm. The doorway looked a little empty, but something in my chest felt clear. I didn't give away our memory, I only stopped keeping it here. Your umbrella isn't here by the doorway where you left it. Still, whenever rain appears, I will remember how you held it. Your umbrella isn't here, but the words we never said remain. I don't have to keep on waiting to be grateful that you walked with me through rain. Your umbrella was still here, still here. I thought you might return, I thought the rain would bring you. Now someone else is walking beneath it, someone else is staying dry. I remember you, I'm not waiting now. I remember you, I'm not waiting now. I let the umbrella go, but not the love. She stopped before she reached the counter, then closed her eyes and breathed in slowly. The cinnamon above the coffee had brought a distant room back home. She saw a kitchen filled with morning, a little radio playing low, her mother turning toward the window while winter touched the glass with cold. She said a scent can cross the years before the mind knows where it's going. One breath can open every door we thought had closed behind us. There was cinnamon in the air, and suddenly her mother was there. In every cup and every room, in every quiet afternoon, there was cinnamon in the air, and home was waiting everywhere. Some memories don't need a name, they find the heart and light it again. She told me how she used to linger beside the stove before the school bell. Her mother packed a small red lunchbox and always added something sweet. They spoke about the coming weekend, the laundry drying down the hall, the kinds of ordinary mornings she had one she'd miss at all. She left that house at 20 with one suitcase and a borrowed coat. She thought that growing up meant leaving, but some rooms travel with us. There was cinnamon in the air, and suddenly her mother was there. In every cup and every room, in every quiet afternoon, there was cinnamon in the air, and home was waiting everywhere. Some memories don't need a name, they find the heart and light it again. I made the drink the way she described it, with 4 milk, cinnamon, and honey. She held the cup in both her hands and smiled before she took a taste. It isn't quite the same, she told me, but maybe nothing has to be. Then asked me for a second cup to carry home through evening rain. The past had not returned completely, no vanished room had reappeared, but something warm had crossed the distance and found her waiting here. There was cinnamon in the air, and somehow love was still living there. In every cup and every room, in every quiet afternoon, there was cinnamon in the air, and home was something she could carry. Some memories don't pull us back, they give us light to travel on. Cinnamon in the air, cinnamon in the air. Home was never gone, home was never gone. A little warmth remained, a little sweetness stayed. She carried it home, she carried it home. Home was never gone, cinnamon in the air. Some rooms travel with us, some rooms travel with us. Some. Every Thursday near 3:30, she came wearing the same blue coat. She chose the chair beside the doorway, then waited without taking off her gloves. She never ordered until footsteps paused beneath the awning in the rain. Then she'd look up at the little bell, but every week it rang for someone else. I asked her once what she was having. She smiled and said, "Not yet." Some people come inside for coffee, some come hoping not to be forgotten. Every Thursday, without fail, she waited while the daylight faded. Every Thursday, one more cup stayed empty where she thought he'd sit. Every Thursday, without fail, she gave the doorway one more chance. Love returning when you said you would. One Thursday brought the heaviest weather. The gutters overflowed outside. She watched the clock move past the hour, then folded up her blue umbrella. She left a note beneath the saucer and paid for something never poured. Tell him I was here, it said. I waited longer than I should. The following week her chair was empty. Then another Thursday passed. The rain returned exactly as before, but she never came again. Every Thursday, without fail, she waited while the daylight faded. Every Thursday, one more cup stayed empty where she thought he'd sit. Every Thursday, without fail, she gave the doorway one more chance. Love can look like doing nothing but returning when you said you would. Near closing time, a man came running with rain across his coat and hair. He looked around the nearly empty room, then pointed toward her usual chair. He asked if someone in a blue coat had ever waited near the door. I placed her folded note before him. He read it once, then read it once more. He said I came each Friday because Thursday was the day she worked. Two people kept the same promise on opposite sides of time. Every Thursday, without fail, she waited while the daylight faded. Every Friday, one day late, he came believing she'd be there. Every Thursday, without fail, love stood one doorway apart. Sometimes no one breaks a promise, sometimes two hearts miss by one day. Every Thursday, without fail. Every Friday, one day late, one doorway apart, one day apart. She waited for him, he waited for her. Without fail, one day late. a different life inside. No one asked me to turn it louder. No one needed me to speak. The first few notes had crossed the room and found what each of us had kept. The song on the kitchen radio took every heart somewhere it knew. One melody filled the cafe, but every memory sounded new. The song on the kitchen radio made distant years feel close enough. We heard the same familiar music, but each of us remembered love. The woman nearest to the doorway remembered dancing with her father. He counted softly through the chorus so she could follow every step. A student by the rainy window saw summer bicycles unseen. He smiled before the second verse, then quietly wiped his eyes. The room was full of separate stories, yet nothing felt divided then. A song can make complete strangers remember they've all missed someone. The song on the kitchen radio took every heart somewhere it knew. One melody filled the cafe, but every memory sounded new. The song on the kitchen radio made distant years feel close enough. We heard the same familiar music, but each of us remembered love. Then came the line before the chorus. Suddenly I saw your face. You stood beside me after closing, stacking cups and drying plates. You sang the wrong words with conviction and laughed when I corrected you. I hadn't heard that little moment in all the years since you were gone. The memory didn't pull me under, it only warmed the room a while. For once I heard our song without needing you to walk back through the door. The song on the kitchen radio took every heart somewhere it knew. One melody filled the cafe and brought a different love into view. The song on the kitchen radio made distant years feel close enough. We heard the same familiar music and carried forward what we loved. The same old song, a different memory. The same old song, a different kind of love. I remembered your laughter, I remembered the words. The music kept playing, the room became warm. The same old song, the music kept playing. Every heart heard something different. The drops along the cafe window had started falling farther apart. A pale blue line above the rooftops was slowly widening through the dark. The tables emptied one by one. Warm cups left circles on the wood. Each person stepped into the alley a little lighter than they came. I knew the street would disappear when the final clouds moved on. The rain had brought so many people, but not the one I waited for. Just before the rain let up, I listened for the doorway bell. Every fading drop of water said there wasn't long to wait. Just before the rain let up, I kept one final table clear. Sometimes hope grows loudest when the end is drawing near. I gathered notes beneath the saucers and folded every chair but one. The kitchen radio went silent. The cinnamon had almost gone outside. Umbrellas started closing. Shoes moved faster down the lane. The city looked relieved to see its ordinary sky again. I should have turned the sign to closed. I should have let the evening end. Instead I wiped the same clean table and checked the door again. Just before the rain let up, I listened for the doorway bell. Every fading drop of water said there wasn't long to wait. Just before the rain let up, I kept one final table clear. Sometimes hope grows loudest when the end is drawing near. The final guest stepped through the doorway and thanked me with a tired smile. I watched her cross the empty alley, then vanish at the other side. One silver drop remained above me, holding to the window frame. The whole cafe became so quiet, I could hear my breathing change. And somewhere underneath the awning, a pair of footsteps slowed. The little bell began to tremble before the door had opened. Just before the rain let up, I heard the doorway bell at last. Every fading drop of water held its breath above the glass. Just before the rain let up, a shadow reached the cafe light. Sometimes what we bright. Just before the rain let up. Just before the rain let up. The bell began to move. The bell began to move. Someone found the doorway. Someone stood outside. The rain was almost over. Door was opening. Someone stood outside. The door was opening. Then you stepped into the light. When you opened the door, the whole room changed. Rain was shining softly on your coat. You stood beneath a little amber light, as though you'd only left an hour ago. Your hair was shorter than I remembered. There were tired lines beside your eyes. Still, I knew you before you spoke. Some faces never become strangers. I had imagined so many words, but none of them could cross the room. Then you looked toward the final table and quietly asked if it was free. When you opened the door, the whole room remembered you. Every cup and every light knew exactly what to do. All the years between us disappeared without a sound. When you opened the door, my waiting heart slowed down. When you opened the door, I didn't need to ask you why. You were standing in the place I kept alive inside. I had waited for an answer, but the answer wasn't words. It was simply you returning when you opened the door. You took the chair beside the window, then placed your wet umbrella near the wall. You asked if I still made the coffee with cinnamon and almost no sugar. I laughed before I meant to laugh. You smiled the way you used to do. For one small moment, all those missing years felt less important than the room. You didn't offer an excuse. I didn't ask you for one yet. We let the silence sit between us until it no longer felt like distance. When you opened the door, the whole room street, but the cafe never stood in the same place. You came whenever clouds covered the city, and always reached the alley one day late. Tonight you saw the amber sign before the final rain could disappear. You said, I thought I'd lost this place. I answered, I thought I'd lost you too. We couldn't give the years back. We couldn't become who we had been. But when I placed your coffee on the table, something unfinished could begin again. When you opened the door, the whole room remembered you. Every cup and every light knew exactly what to do. All the years between us stayed, but they no longer held us down. When you opened the door, my restless heart grew calm. When you opened the door, I didn't need a perfect sign. You were older, I was different, but your eyes still met with mine. I had waited for an answer, and the answer wasn't words. It was sharing one more evening after you opened the door. You opened the door, you came through the rain. The whole room remembered, I remember too. You found the cafe, you found me here. No perfect answer, just one more evening. You opened the door, you found me here. This time you stayed until closing. I turned the sign from open to closed, but neither of us moved from the table. The rain had nearly left the window. Midnight waited on the kitchen clock. I poured the coffee you remembered, with cinnamon and almost no sugar. You held the cup between your hands, as though its warmth could slow the hour. We had so many years to explain, but the room asked us to speak slowly. Some truths arrive more gently when no one tries to win. One last cup before midnight, one more hour beneath this light. We can't return the years we lost, but we can leave without more hurt. One last cup before midnight, no promises we have to make. Let me remember how it felt to see you here and hear my name. You said you left because your father had fallen ill in another town. You thought you'd only be gone one season, then every season held you down. The letters reached the wrong apartment. My answers followed you too late. We both mistook the other's silence for a choice the other made. answered at 12. You asked what happened after you. I told you how I learned the cafe and how the rain kept bringing strangers. You said you never stopped remembering the way I sang while stacking cups. I smiled because I'd kept that moment inside the song the radio played. We didn't need to start from there. Tonight was not a second beginning. It was an ending we could share. One last cup before midnight. One quiet hour beneath this light. We couldn't save the years we lost, but we could set their weight aside. One last cup before midnight. No perfect future left to name. I remember that you found me and stayed to hear me say your name. One last cup before midnight. You found me here. I heard your name. No more waiting, more blame. One quiet hour, one gentle ending. You found me here. No more blame. We let the past become the past. Morning found the alley dry with ordinary light across the stones. The amber sign had disappeared and only one old doorway faced the road. No tables waited by the window, no cinnamon was in the air. I stood where 12 warm cups had rested, but there was nothing waiting there. I touched the wall beside the doorway, half expecting it to move. But some places leave without us when they've done what they came to do. When the cafe was gone, the morning carried on. The street became an ordinary street, but something had changed in me when the cafe was gone. I knew I could move on. It didn't take the love away. It only took the waiting. I woke again inside my apartment, still wearing yesterday's blue dress. A second cup stood on the table with one warm circle underneath. Beside it lay the old umbrella I thought I'd given years away. its wooden handle caught the sunlight, and one clear drop remained. I couldn't tell what had been real. I didn't need to know. Some nights become more true because of what they help us let go. When the cafe was gone, the morning carried on. The street became an ordinary street, but something had changed in me when the cafe was gone. I knew I could move on. It didn't take the love away. It only took the waiting. I opened every window slowly and let the clear day fill the room. Below me people crossed the corner with somewhere ordinary to go. I made one cup the way you liked it, with cinnamon and almost no sugar, then carried it outside with me and walked without looking behind. I wasn't leaving you behind. I wasn't asking you to stay. I was only letting love become a light I didn't have to chase. When the cafe was gone, the morning carried on. The street became an ordinary street, and I was ready for the day when the cafe was gone. I knew I could move on. The cafe was gone, but I wasn't waiting anymore. I carried all its warmth away. The cafe was gone. The light stayed with me. The rain had ended. The warmth remained. I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not waiting anymore. The door can disappear. The love can still remain.